Hello fellow makeup lovers, how are you guys doing today? I am so excited for this video because I have been wanting this palette to be a thing for so long. We are finally going to be playing with the Shroud Cosmetics Creepy Cute Volume 2. I'm so excited. I'm so happy because I love the original Creepy Cute palette. I've loved it since I first got it. I believe in a video forever ago, I was like, I cannot wait. Like, please let Creepy Cute 2 be a thing. And now it is, so we're going to be testing it out today and seeing if it's the same amazing quality. So this palette, I mean, the packaging is so cute. It's just a little tiny bit smaller than the original Creepy Cute palette, just so you can see the size difference, but it is so adorable. Look at it. I mean, it's so pretty. So essentially we kind of have just a tiny little rainbow palette here. Honestly, in pictures I thought it was more pastel, but I'm just going to show you guys in comparison with the original Creepy Cute. You can see what they look like next to one another. The original is definitely way more pastel just from looking, but we're going to go ahead and do some swatches. We're going to do an eye look, so let's just start. Okay, so the very first shade is a yellow, which is called Banana Milk. On first touch, it feels just a little bit on the drier side, but I think that's pretty decent pigmentation. It actually looks almost neon. And then we have the shade Alien Queen, which that one is super pigmented. Looks like a really pretty kind of blue with just a touch of green to it. We have the shade Safe Word, which is a super bright pink. I feel like, I don't know why, like, did I get the picture? Ooh, that looks so good. I'm like, did I get the pictures wrong? Like, I thought that this was another pastel palette, and it does not appear to be. Okay, that pink is not swatching the best. I'm gonna do a second layer here. I mean, it's so bright. Okay, next we have this shade called Switchblade, which is a really beautiful kind of periwinkle, kind of almost more cornflower blue. I feel like it looks a little bit more purple in the palette than it does on my finger. And then we have Paws Off, which is a really pretty vibrant purple. We have Tough Guy, which is a pretty orange. Yeah, I mean, I feel like these all have decent pigmentation, but I think they kind of need that second layer just to look super opaque. Let's see. And then lastly, we have a green called Get Lost. Feels pretty creamy. And we have this red called Shortcake, which actually I feel like it looks a little bit more coral on my finger. I feel like these swatches actually look more summery than I expected. I'm getting like an 80s roller skate vibe from the first few shades. So here's the swatches up close. And then just to compare with the original Creepy Cute palette real quick, I mean, I feel like you guys can see the difference. There's nothing similar to the yellow. There is a green and a blue, but these are both just much lighter. You can see. And then I guess we also have a purple we can swatch right here so you can see the difference. Then there's also an orange in the Creepy Cute palette, but I feel like you can see the vibes are quite different. I'm already feeling like the original Creepy Cute is not going to be replaced by the Creepy Cute 2, or like that I'm not going to love the second version as much as the first, because the first is just the best pastels. Like, I can't recommend them enough if you really want like a little matte pastel palette. Creepy Cute, the original, top tier. But let's go ahead and see what kind of look we can come up with. So I came up with a look that I think I can use all the colors in. I'm gonna do two different eyes, but they're gonna kind of coordinate. And I feel like I've done a look really similar to this before, but it doesn't matter. We're gonna go ahead and test out all the shades. I'm super excited. So I'm gonna go ahead and start off with the shade Banana Milk for both of my eyes. I'm gonna put that on the inner corner. Oh, and I did already prime with the Anastasia eye primer real quick. I just probably need to go over that because it's creasing a little bit. It's been a minute since I added it, but that's my go-to primer. All right, so like I said, starting off with Banana Milk on the inner corner, just using a little fluffy brush and just packing it on a little bit. Okay, and then we'll kind of just slightly blend upwards. Now I'm going to go into the pink shade Safe Word with that same brush, and I'm going to put that onto the center of my crease. Kind of just applying it right here and then lightly blending it out. Okay, I'm going to go in with a second layer. I feel like this is definitely a little bit more of a buildable formula versus like intense pigment right away, but just kind of lightly buffing that out and leaving room in my crease for one more shade. But I'm gonna go ahead real quick and just wipe all of that off because I'm gonna kind of go back and forth. So now, let's see. I guess I'm gonna go ahead and take the shade Switchblade next, and I'm gonna do the same exact placement, but on this eye, going from yellow to blue instead of yellow to pink. Again, just kind of buffing it out. I wiped it off really good, and now I'm gonna go into the shade Tough Guy, and I'm gonna put that onto the little portion of my crease that is still open, just kind of buffing it out and blending it into the pink. Now I wiped that off, and I'm gonna go into the shade Get Lost. Again, same placement, just taking the little bit of the crease that's left and just lightly blending that. I feel like everything is blending pretty nice so far. I feel like this is one of the easiest ways to make shadows work, though. It's not the best way to like really test out a shadow because it's only being used in like such a small amount, but that's okay. I still feel like it's gonna be such a fun look. It's worth it. So I wiped off the brush, and now I'm gonna go into the shade Shortcake. I'm gonna throw that in my outer V right here, just a little bit lower down. And then just lightly buffing that into the orange. Does not have to be perfect. Okay, I wiped it off, and now I'm gonna go into the shade Alien Queen. And we're gonna put that right here. Just buffing it in. Honestly, I feel like this is going so fast, like the amount of crease work that I've done, and it's only been 5 minutes. Not too shabby. Oops, I was so close to putting the green on this side. That would have been bad. Now for my lower lash line, I'm gonna grab the shade Paws Off. I'm just taking that on the outer 2/3 on a little tiny detail brush, leaving just a little bit of space open. I don't really feel like purple and yellow are gonna connect together perfectly. I mean, you could. It's not like you really have to blend them on the lower lash line, but I thought instead of doing that, I would just kind of wipe it off. And then on the pink side, I'll go in with a little bit of pink right here, connecting. So that looks so pretty. Wipe it off and go in with a little bit of blue, connecting. Last but not least, we just have to figure out what to do for the lid. Honestly, I'm kind of torn. Part of me is like, I could just go ahead and bring the yellow up and maybe that would be pretty. Or I could do something kind of iridescent on the lid. Okay, I think just in an effort of sticking with the Creepy Cute 2 palette, I'm just gonna grab a flat shader brush, grab some more banana milk, and we're gonna throw that on the lid. It doesn't really have to be super intense. It's just gonna be like a light kind of moment going over. But I guess this is a good way to test out the mattes as well, like how they look on the lid. Just kind of blending that all the way over. I feel like I really like the little pop of yellow with my shirt as well. I think it's kind of matchy-matchy. So for my waterline, I found this random yellow liner I have from Ardency Inn. They are no longer a brand, if I remember correctly, but any yellow liner will do. Just gonna throw that through my waterline. And then I'm just going into some of the Melt Supernatural mascara. I feel like so much is going on with my eyes. I want to keep the rest of my face pretty simple. So I'm just grabbing the Alamar Colorete Blush Trio, and I'm going to take a little bit of the shade Romantica. Just throw a touch of that on the top of my cheekbones. And then for lips, I'm going to go into the Kaja Milk Tea Lip Gloss. Alright, y'all, so this is the finished look with the Creepy Cute 2 palette, and I really like how it turned out. I feel like it's not quite what I expected because this palette is definitely not pastels, especially not on my skin tone. But at the same time, I feel like if you're looking for like a little companion rainbow palette, just a few really nice matte shades, this is a great selection. I feel like everything blended really nice. I mean, even using the matte all over the lid just looks very, very smooth. I feel like the eye look is super fun, but I think, you know, for whatever you want to use this for, if you're going to pull it in with different shimmers and whatnot, everything did seem to blend well. And like I said, I feel like you have everything you need from a rainbow in one tiny little Creepy Cute palette. So I hope that this video was helpful. Let me know if you want to see me do more looks with this palette. Maybe I could pull it in with something else, maybe something more shimmer heavy. Let me know, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye!